Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Well, for Bradley Beal, it all started with his shot. His mom was a great athlete in her own right, and she coached him. By age 7, he was making high school range threes. He said, "I just run from arc to arc. I loved it because you knew you had to guard me all the way out there. Everywhere I went, it was shooter, shooter. My name became shooter." And Kevin, it still is.
It sure is. Thanks, David. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
And the starting group for the Spurs, it's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. Derek White is out there with Murray, and it's DeRozan in at the 3. And for Washington, Wall runs the point with Beal at the 2. Hachimura out there with Wagner, and it's Bryant in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations. Great balance and body control for a big. Aldridge powers through some pretty good defense there.
Outside Bryant. The pass to Hachimura. 6 on the shot clock. And DeRozan sends it back. They recover it. Here are the Spurs with the ball. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Great scoring output from that second unit. Such a luxury to have that extra ammunition.
Murray, no good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Wall passes to Wagner. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on DeRozan.
Oh, nice feed from Wall, paving the way for that bucket. That's always his first thought. Find the best shot possible on every trip, whether he has to take it himself or create for a teammate.
Washington shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for them.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
Pirtle. No good that time. And the Wizards now going the other way. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And you could see them losing confidence, and it turned into a domino effect.
And the Spurs with possession here, following the bucket by the Wizards. Murray against Wall. Murray right side. Tries again. Rebounded by the Wizards. Bryant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Wagner passes to Wall. To the paint. Here's Bryant. Good. And it's Beal picking up the assist.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Spurs have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Murray with the bounce pass. Can they get it? It's blocked.
And that's a welcome sign for sure. Hachimura demonstrating a willingness to want to improve as a defender.
And stolen by Murray. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Aldridge. Some solid defense from Bryant.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Beal finds Bryant. And Wall. Here we go now. That one doesn't go. Nice D from Aldridge. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. DeRozan's shot is off.
And you can see they're struggling from the field.
And Wall with the slam.
And he can just fly. We know that about Wall now, that he's got plenty of ways to finish at the rim once he gets up, and beyond.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the three ball in his last year of college, hitting over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Take a look at the Jazz. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And with where Washington is, they've started out slow. It's not for a lack of want to. It's just the way the roster is composed. They have as many questions on that roster as they have answers.
Now here's White. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Hurdle's shot is off.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Beal's shot is good.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And it's DeRozan with the ball for San Antonio. They trail by 9 points. Down low, they could use a bucket, and Aldridge with the layup. Aldridge has got his second basket.
DeMar's a magnet for defensive attention. You see the overreaction leading to a wide open man.
Wall passes to Hachimura. And Pirtle pulls it down. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs in their last game, a loss to Dallas. White dishes to Murray. Pass to Pirtle. Outside, White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Beal the pass to Wagner. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Wall against Murray. Unable to get that one. And the Wizards now going the other way. Here's Hachimura. And Pirtle sends it back.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
You know, Steve, for teams that are already struggling big time, what's a sign that the ship is going to be difficult to turn the other way and get back on track?
I think, Kevin, body language and obviously what they're saying in the media. There are some teams, you watch them, guys hit a three-point shot, they come to the bench. No one's up clapping, no one's communicating with each other. Those are the teams I think is very hard to turn around. Last season, it took some time for the Spurs to gel with the early injuries and new faces. They played their best basketball down the stretch, took the second-seeded Nuggets to 7 games.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Here's Murray. Rebound by the Wizards. In the back half of last season, the Spurs posting a 9-game winning streak. Steve, what changed for them?
You know, Kevin, for me, they toughened up their defense. They moved Jakob Poeltl into the starting lineup at the 5 position. And they found that chemistry and they got going.
Here's Murray after the basket by Washington. Aldridge kicks to Murray. Swiped away. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. Here's Hachimura. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against San Antonio.
And when Hachimura is looking to score, it sometimes forces the D to get aggressive. Love the energy.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for DeRozan. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Mills. He's coming off a 10-point game against Dallas. Pass to White. Outside Aldridge. Shot clock at 6. Here's Gay. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Some players never recover from a torn Achilles. Rudy Gay has come back and as good as ever. Still one of the most productive small forwards we have in the league.
And he makes the first. And Steve, the size and athleticism of Gay has always set him apart at that small forward position.
He's able to make something out of nothing, playing over the top most of the time of his defender. He is dangerous.
Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for John Wall. Damari Carroll's checked in for the Spurs. Bellinelli comes in for White.
A talented, versatile player who has been on a few teams. Rudy Gay is still going.
Bellinelli against Beal. Here's Hachimura. Carroll with the rebound.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Such a fluid athlete. Rudy dancing on the offensive end, keeping defenders off balance.
Right side, Bryant. The pass to Wagner, and stolen by Gay. He kicks to Mills. Pass to Bellinelli. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Aldridge. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
And it goes down 2 points. And the Wizards lead by 11.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
And it's Mills with the ball for the Spurs. Gay outside. Pass to Bellinelli. Mills looking it over. 6 to shoot to the inside. Passes it to Carroll. Jacks up a 3. Spurs working now with a new shot clock. And it's sent back by Bryant. Here's Hachimura. Carroll covering, and Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul, so both teams making some changes here. There's the pass to Carroll. Now here's Mills. He's guarded by Thomas. Gay outside. Back to Mills. Just 5 on the clock. Over Thomas. Offensive rebound. Here's Wiles. Banked in off the glass. Wiles got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Spurs.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Smith against Bellinelli. And Thomas has it in the corner. Fires for 3. Here's Bryant. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
A smitty of recent players to enter the league. Which had rookie seasons that surprised you?
I think Donovan Mitchell, the way he came out of the gates. I knew Luka Doncic was good, but because I hadn't seen much film or seen him live, he surprised me. Trae Young, the way he's played from a small guard position, those are some of the guys that have surprised me. Some were high drive picks, and some were a little bit lower, but those are the 3.
So it's the Wizards now, following the bucket by the Spurs. The shot by Mahinmi, no good.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Outside Carroll. Rebound by Smith.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
And a nice shot by Bryant. Bryant's got 7.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Mills passes to Bellinelli. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Wizards. Bryant's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Thomas passes to Bryant. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. 9 points in the game so far.
His 4th make in 5 tries, and we're just getting started.
1:24 left here in the opening quarter. And Mills kicks to Wiles. Gay outside. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Bunga gets the bucket.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Here's Mills after the basket by Washington. To the middle. Bellinelli gets the bucket.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
So it's the Wizards now. They lead by 14. Here's Smith. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Bryant trying to free himself up, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Marco Bellinelli picks one up.
The change of pace element that Smith brings, he's a tricky cover, which can lead to these kinds of fouls.
The Wizards shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drop for Smith.
Yeah, drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
McRae's checked in for the Wizards. Both free throws good from Smith.
And they've been the more physical team offensively, seeking contact, looking to score in the lane, and getting to the line.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Mills. The layup off target.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
McRae passes to Smith. The Wizards with another miss.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And so it's Washington with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact on others.
Other people ashamed to talk about it. Even myself, for a long period of time, people wonder why I was such a quiet guy, and that was part of it, not wanting to speak out about it, not wanting other people to know exactly what I was going through. But you get to a certain age where you feel like it's all about helping others. It's not about you just being a selfish person about the things you're going through. Other people going through stuff as well.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Wizards team out there.
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So the Wizards 5 right now. Mahinmi is out there with Bryant. Then there's McRae, and it's Smith, and it's Bonga in at the 3 spot.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And so it's San Antonio with it after the basket by Washington. Pass to Bellinelli. Pass to Wiles. Puts up a 3. Washington with the rebound. Bryant's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Now here's Bryant. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. Over Gay. The shot by Bryant, no good.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
But they'll get another chance. Count it, good. 6 points for Rudy Gay.
Yeah, despite the injuries he suffered in his career, Rudy Gay remains a pretty good athlete.
Smith outside, passes to McRae. Back to Smith. Money from the wing.
Always a good sign for Smith. Getting the jumper to fall sets up other parts of his game.
Here's Mills. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Well, you can count me as a fan of Ish Smith. And the game he has, the change of speed he can use, and the way he can finish with creativity inside. Very fun player to watch.
Shots good by Mills.
Nice choice by Mills, a guy who loves the pull-up jumper. The floater is very close to that.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. McRae kicks to Smith. And there's the pass to Mahimi. Shoots over Lyles. And it comes off the front of the rim. And, Smitty, how do you see the role of Ish Smith changing as he gets older?
I see him still coming off the bench to lead the second unit and giving them some scoring from the backup guard position and leadership.
And Washington has possession. Following the shot by Rudy Gay. It's taken away by Smith. To the wing on the left. Here's McCray. Bellinelli is covering. McCray passes to Mahimi. And it's blocked. There's the foul. It's on Mahimi. That's his first foul. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Spurs trail by 18. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside DeRozan. Aldridge down low. Covered by Wall. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Wall against White. The feed to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
It doesn't take much for Pirtle to throw it down. At 7 feet tall, all he has to do is be near the hoop.
Wall with it. 26 points for him last game against Orlando.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
Here's Wagner. It's a 16-point game. Drilled from 11 feet out. Wagner's got 11 points. San Antonio's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. On lately, we have seen star players changing teams more often. Shorter contracts, player options. Smitty, is there any downside to any of them?
You know, I think the downside is from a fan standpoint, you get invested in a player and he's moved in like 2 or 3 years. I think it should be where if a player wants to sign a longer-term contract with the organization, that should be a rule in play. But right now with these shorter contracts and player options, there's going to always be a lot of movement.
First one falls for him. You know, Smitty, the NBA more active now in developing players before they enter the NBA. Not just the fundamentals, but the values of the game.
Yeah, I think it's a good move. The league has been taking a hands-on approach. There's nothing wrong with teaching the next generation life lessons about the sport and through the sport.
Good on both. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for San Antonio. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Nice shot by Pirtle.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
Wall looking it over. It's Beal on the wing. A 3-ball. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Beal's got 5.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
A second chance effort and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I can't wait to see Murray reach his full potential. Reason why? Because he has a lot of it.
San Antonio shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Free throw good, Murray.
A season loss to injury for DeJounte Murray. He's eager to make up for the lost time, continuing his development.
No good on the second free throw. And the potential Smith for DeJounte Murray is evident.
He's already a tough defender. He has great size and length for the point guard position. Offense is where he has to grow.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now here's Murray. Last game out, he had 14. It's DeRozan top of the key. He dishes it to Aldridge. And Wagner pulls it down. Wagner's got 4 rebounds in this game. Wall against White, and Wall kicks to McRae. Back to Wall. Shoots over White. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Wall's got his second bucket tonight.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Here's Murray following the basket by John Wall.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
And Washington making a change here. Thomas is checked in. Here's Murray up on top. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
Now here's Beal, kicks it to Wall. Now Beal, he has 5. And it's Wall in the corner. And again, Washington with the triple.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
San Antonio's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Outside, White. And here is Pirtle. He has 6. Spurs passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Beal against DeRozan. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. To the paint. Here's Hatchel.
Oh, no, he didn't.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
The Spurs shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Murray against Thomas. Murray, the pass to DeRozan. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
Physical defense, but DeRozan with great focus and great upper body strength.
Now here's Wall. He's got 7. Outside, Beal. Murray against Wall. Over Murray, and the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Pass to DeRozan. Shoots over Beal. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Thomas kicks to Wall. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
The love and passion. Wall is a game changer, a competitor through and through.
The Wizards haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. And Smitty, we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
Now here's Murray. White down low, covered by Wall. Offensive rebound. Birtle, the pass to White. Murray surveying the D. Feeds it to Aldridge. Murray kicks to DeRozan. Over Beal. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Aldridge.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Wall finds Thomas. Here's Hachimura. White covering. Inside, Pirtle with the steal. And here comes White, leading the fast break. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. 1:58 left in the first half. Wall against Murray. Left side, Thomas. That one a little long. And so White will bring it up for the Spurs. That one goes. Count it.
I like this for Murray. This is what the team needs from him. He's a catalyst.
Outside, Beal. From the low block. And Pirtle sends it back. DeRozan with it. Thomas is on him. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Murray.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Murray against Wall. Dishes it to Thomas. Shoots over White. And another miss by Washington. San Antonio's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Poked loose. All with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Here's Hachimura. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And it's all about getting to the right spot. And Hachimura did just that in transition.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first half. Murray outside. Sweet little floater. Murray's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Outside, Wall. Hachimura the pass to Wall. Wall draws the double. Nice ball movement by Washington. 5 on the clock. Shot from the wing. The rebound by the Spurs. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
You know, sometimes you don't play up to your full potential. The important thing to figure out is what went wrong.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Very nice stretch from them, but the reason why they're not into this game, they have to get some stops.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Wizards lead by 20. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you guys really were ready to play. Was that something Coach emphasized?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Obviously have to maintain that in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Things were going Washington's way from the beginning. Tenacious on both ends of the floor, they took command early with a 13-2 run. Big-time offense for them was the theme, and at the end of quarter one, they were up by 16. Then in quarter number two, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace, and if they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Wizards leading by 20. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. It's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. Murray out there with Derek White. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward position.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Nice shot by Pirtle.
Really nice work. Pirtle going to town on the weak defense down in the paint.
Wizards shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Pass to Wall. And Wall with the slam.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement. The defensive impact of Jakob Poeltl giving the Spurs a boost. Great timing and instincts as a shot blocker.
DeRozan. And a miss there on the triple.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
It's good. Hachimura's got 12 points in the game.
And showing some toughness on that take. Hachimura, these kinds of buckets can energize a team.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And coming to San Antonio in the Kawhi Leonard trade, the Spurs hoping Pirtle can be a difference maker.
You know what, Kevin? Already their best roll threat offensively. He rarely misses with his right hand in close.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young. He still has a very bright future.
And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
And the first one drops. And so Murray nails both of them. Here's Wall. He's got 12. 90 seconds now into the second half. Beal up top. Looking for Wall. He gets it there. That shot no good. Murray with the defensive effort. White finds DeRozan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And last season, DeMar DeRozan averaging the lowest rate of three-point attempts of his career.
Kevin, the Raptors had wanted him to shoot more triples. The Spurs were content to put the ball in his hands and let others provide the spacing.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell working in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
Here's Murray following the basket by John Wall. Outside DeRozan. Clock at 6. And another shot. And Wagner pulls it down.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Beal against DeRozan. Now here's Wall. Guarded closer. Murray with the defensive effort. Spurs trail by 20. And DeRozan kicks to Murray. To the right side. And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Spurs making a change here. Lyles checked in. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Right side, DeRozan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And now let's take a look at a breakdown of this season's best rebounding point guards. Third, DeJounte Murray.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
And this is what makes this group so special. They are complete players, and rebounding is a part of it.
And he can't get the first one.
DeRozan, a raw athlete entering this league. He's worked on his skill to the point where he's now a perennial all-star candidate.
Good on the second free throw.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit, getting to the foul line here in the second half.
Wall against Murray. Smith outside. Pass to Bryant. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Lyles. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
And that's a good pass by Ish Smith. He does a great job of steering the drink for this offense.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Tipped away. Wall with the steal. Doesn't go for him. Murray with the defensive effort. And Murray's got the ball here for the Spurs. Looking to end his cold spell. They grab their own miss. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. 9 points for DeMar DeRozan. Washington leading now by 19. All with it. He's got 14. There's the dish to Bryant. Shoots over Lyles. Misses off the left iron. It's stolen by Bryant. Outside, Wall lets it go from deep. San Antonio with the rebound. Lyles got rebound number 5 here tonight. Murray outside. Outside, White. The pass to Lyles. 6 on the shot clock. The Spurs rebound. And the jam by Aldridge.
You kidding me? It wasn't that Aldridge dunked it. It was the way he dunked it. He meant that one.
Wall against Murray. Outside Bryant. Back to Wall. It's stolen by Lyles. Here's White. He feeds it to DeRozan. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. DeRozan's got 7 now in this quarter.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Murray against Wall. Over Murray. The Wizards with another miss. Spurs trail by 15. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, Marcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
The Spurs have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Murray. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's. Great, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point. When it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
And the Wizards making a change here. McRae's checked in.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Smith feeling it out a bit. Right side, Bryant. Washington needs to get a shot off here. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Washington with it. Pass to Bonga. Just 5 to shoot. McRae. The Wizards with another miss. Spurs trail by 13. High arcing shot. Murray, no good.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look. But this is why we play the game.
Now here's Murray. 9 points in the game so far. It's Carroll on the wing. Out to the right wing. Over Mahinmi. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Smith the pass to Mahinmi. And it's Mahinmi finishing it off.
Taking what the defense offers up. Smith with good vision there finds the open man.
San Antonio's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Murray. Lays it up and banks it in. Murray's got 11 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. 13-point lead. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Now, here is Smith. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Gay passes to Murray. Over Smith. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Here's Smith. Here's McRae. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 4 assists now tonight.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's DeRozan. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And when you have DeRozan looking to drive, it's hard to slow him down without committing a foul.
And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Bellinelli comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in for Murray. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency, but players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices, and some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. 6 to shoot. Here's Wagner. No good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Now Bellinelli. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Carroll. And here is Bellinelli. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Carroll.
Carroll has made big strides in that three-point shot over the course of his career.
Thomas with the ball. Gay picks him up defensively. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And we all know how rough things have been for Thomas the last few seasons, Greg, battling injuries and trying to find the right situation for his talents.
And the injuries have clearly taken their toll on Thomas. A lot of things need to go right for you to be a star player at his size, and lately that just hasn't been the case.
And the first one at the line is good. Hachimura, he's checked in for the Wizards. Beal comes in for Ish Smith. The Spurs also with the sub. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Knocked away. Spurs trail by 9. Here's Bellinelli. It's rebounded by McRae. Washington shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. The offensive rebound. Here's Beal. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call. And you know, you don't hear a lot of talk about it, but Brad Beal is one of the top shooting guards in our league. The scoring, the playmaking he provides is really right there amongst the elite.
The first free throw is good. And Beal about a 25-5-5 player last season, Greg. Most would agree that that's star-level production.
Those are Hall of Fame-esque numbers. I'd put him up there with Klay Thompson and Jimmy Butler. Fantastic scorer who does it with strong efficiency, and he's only getting better.
And both free throws good for Beal. We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. Now here's Mills. He kicks to Gay. tries from 10. Pirtle controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
1:25 left in the third quarter of the game. Outside, Beal. Back to Thomas. It's Beal on the wing. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. And that's now 10 points for Beal.
Poor defense there. That's his bread and butter. You have to crowd him out on the perimeter.
Pirtle kicks to Carroll. Bellinelli for three. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Now, here's Thomas. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Beal can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Mills can't hit. Washington leading now by 9. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Beal, the pass to Wagner. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Here's Gay. 6 points for him. There's the triple. Off the mark. And so it's Washington holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Hachimura all out there with Thomas. Then there's Bradley Beal, and it's Wagner in at the center position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Washington. 11-point game. Passes it to Hachimura. Now here's Beal. He's covered by Gay. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Here's Mills after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Now the pass to Bellinelli. His three-pointers off the mark.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, no question who's been the aggressor on the offensive glass.
Beal against Carroll. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, last season we got a glimpse of what a Bradley Beal team looks like as he led the way for the Wizards after Wall went down.
And really, Beal took it upon himself to kind of keep this team moving forward. And it was his best season to date. Career highs in scoring, and also was creating more for his teammates in Wall's absence.
And that one falls for Beal. Derek White's checked in for the Spurs. And both free throws good for Beal. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Thomas against White. And he banks in the layup.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Wizards leading by 11. Wall with it. Wall draws the double. Outside Thomas from the arc. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 6th assist on the night.
You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the three.
The Spurs have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's White. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Isaiah Thomas. The 29th pick in 2017 by the Spurs. Their injuries last year created an opportunity for Derek White to show Greg what he can do with steady minutes.
And White at 6'4", capable of manning either guard spot, a shooter, a playmaker, and an all-defensive team in college. He is definitely a keeper.
The first one falls. Injuries pressing Derek White into a much bigger role in year 2. But you know what, Smitty? He rose to the occasion.
You know, I love him. He has great size at 6'4" for a point guard. Good instincts. He can shoot. He can create. I love his versatility.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Beal deciding where to go with it. And Thomas has it in the corner. Pass to Hachimura. Rebounded by the Spurs. Gay's got his 4th rebound in this one. He dishes it to White. Pass to Pirtle. Kicks to Carroll. And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Washington leading now by 12. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. White the pass to Pirtle. Now here's Carroll. Knocks it loose. Shot clock at 5. Teardrop shot. Pirtle kicks to White. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Washington's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
Outside White. Thomas against Gay. Excellent D from Thomas. The Wizards have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Wall, no luck.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
White dishes to Gay. Looking to get back on track here. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Still a big-time athlete. Even with all that mileage on him, Rudy is quick. The defense late to rotate.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Ryan is checked in for Isaiah Thomas. San Antonio also making some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Bellinelli. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Wall against Murray. Passes it to Beal. Here's Hachimura. Gay with the defensive effort.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Now, here's Aldridge. And it's sent back by Bryant. Wall attacking. And Wall with the slam.
And he's got one heck of a burst on his way to the bucket. Wall is at his best when he's driving the lane, going from 0 to 60 in an instant.
Here's Murray after the basket by Washington. He kicks it to Gay. The 10-footer finds the target. Gay's got 4 points in the quarter.
High percentage look for mid-range. Rudy quick into the air and accurate from that distance.
The pass to Wagner. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 7th assist in the game. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Attacking, putting his handprint all over this game. He has that ability from a point guard to jam it home.
Now here's Wall. There's Beal with the 3. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And Murray, here we go. Great D that time from Beal. And so Bryant will bring it up for Washington, leading by 12. Hachimura, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
All that length, all just able to close airspace quickly.
Here's Hachimura. He can't get it to go. Murray with the defensive effort. It's stolen by Bryant. Pass to Hachimura. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And he makes the first. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Rudy Gay. So he gets them both. Here's Murray. Over to the left wing. Outside, White. Pass to Aldridge. Second chance shot. He lays it in. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Washington calls timeout. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Thomas Bryant.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
After 2 straight losses, they switched it up a bit tonight, giving him a much bigger role, and it's worked out even better than they could have hoped for. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Scott Brooks had to say to his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Thanks, David.
shooting 2.
And that one falls for White. Second free throw, no good. Wizards leading by 11. Here's Hachimura. Here's Wagner. And that one is stuffed right through.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Now Murray. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. San Antonio again missing. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Wall's shot is off. Spurs trail by 13. Now the feed to DeRozan. The shot will not fall. And the Wizards now going the other way. Left side, Wall. And the slam dunk by Wall.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
So it's San Antonio now, following the bucket by the Wizards.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turned things around.
Here is Bryant after the basket by San Antonio. Passes it to Hachimura. Shot clock at 6. Fader on the way. And it's Bryant missing. Spurs trail by 13. Here's Murray. Lays it up and banks it in. Murray's got 12 points in just the second half. Here is Wall. There's the pass to Hachimura. Back to Wall. Dishes it to Bryant. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Wall against Murray. White the pass to Murray. Right side DeRozan. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Wizards. Bryant's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Back to Wall. It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Murray. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Pirtle's got it back down to within single digits for the Spurs.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Here's Wagner. Aldridge is covering. The shot's good.
And we know Hachimura has a confident personality. You see it there with the rise and fire approach. Nice.
And Murray's got the ball here for San Antonio. Pass to Aldridge. Poked loose. Outside, Wall. Shoots from the high post. San Antonio with the rebound. White, wide open. He fires. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got 3 assists tonight. Washington leading now by 8. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Beal, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And both free throws good for Beal. Spurs trail by 10. Murray outside to the middle. Here's Aldridge. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Defensive breakdown. Murray attracts attention as a scorer, which opens up everything else.
Wall against Murray. Wall attacking. A beautiful reverse layup. Wall's got 20 points.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Here's Murray following the basket by John Wall. Murray with the bounce pass. That one's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from LaMarcus Aldridge.
That's just the money area for LaMarcus. That's the shot you want your offense to produce.
Now here's Beal. Down low, here's Wall. Good, it's Beal picking up the assist. And the Wizards lead by 10.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Washington.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
Here's Murray. There's 47 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And Aldridge slams it in.
I love the body control to take the hit, still convert. Aldridge now going to the line for one more.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Trey Lyles checked in for Pirtle. Johnson comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Derek White. And it's Bryn Forbes in for DeJounte Murray.
One shot.
That's good from Aldridge.
You look at the skill, the shooting, the length. LaMarcus Aldridge is perfectly suited for today's game.
And Wall. Here we go now. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. First free throw is good, and that stretches their lead to 8. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pirtle, he's checked in for Lyles. DeRozan comes in for Johnson. White, he's checked in for Walker. And Murray's subbed in for Bryn Forbes. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 9-point ball game here.
And that's a wrap. Those free throws being the nail in the coffin.
Murray outside. Feeds it to Aldridge. Sweet move. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Bryant. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
And here's Wall. And so it's the Wizards with the W. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. With John Wall. John, do you think this team has reached its potential, or is there still room to grow?
We can go to a high level. You know, we still can get better defensively. Offensively, our efficiency is not there yet. You know, we still getting used to playing with others. We got a lot of room for improvement.
That's good news for Wizards fans, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.